Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Paula Dagnan. Once again, we have to tell you about a disturbing case of animal neglect in Schuylkill County. But first, we must warn you, these pictures could be disturbing to some. Authorities were called to this home on Klingerstown in Montatongo Township, where they found dozens of dogs, donkeys, cats, and the remains of a number of dead dogs. The home on Ridge Road is owned by Vincent Weist. Authorities found 2 dead goats, 1 live goat, 5 live donkeys, and 30 live dogs, a mixture of golden retrievers and black labs. The dogs were found both chained to the back of the property and also inside the home, which was littered with feces and in deplorable condition. The living animals are suffering from skin infections and overall in bad health. State police will be filing charges of animal cruelty against Weist, along with other possible charges. Weist was not at home and as of Wednesday night has not been located. The sudden acquiring of the 30 large dogs is placing a burden on the shelter. A house fire in Mountaintop earlier this week is now being called arson. The fire on Church Road in Rice Township Tuesday destroyed the home. There were no injuries. No one was living in the home at the time, but anyone with information is asked to contact police. Disorderly conduct and public drunkenness landed a Pottsville man behind bars in the city of Hazleton. Police received a call about a young male kicking trash cans and doors in the area of 27 East Maple Street around 12:30 Wednesday morning. That's when officers say they found 19-year-old Noah Plosco with 2 other males near Wyoming and Broad Streets. Plosco gave police a hard time by not giving them his name and trying to run when being placed into custody. He appeared to be under the influence and told one of the officers handcuffs turned him on. Plosco was charged with resisting arrest, prowling, false identification, disorderly conduct, and public drunkenness. He was taken to prison for failing to post $5,000 bail. A Black Creek Township man tried to flee from police Wednesday morning after a report came in that he was waving a knife around in the western section of the township. According to witnesses, 56-year-old Alan Palumbo got out of his silver Ford pickup truck and swung a big knife at him before driving away. State police attempted a traffic stop on Palumbo, but he drove off before finally stopping in an alley. Troopers told him to put his knife on the console, but Palumbo refused to leave the vehicle. That's when police forced him out and placed him under arrest. He was driving with a DUI suspended license and appeared to be intoxicated. He was taken to Lehigh Valley Hospital, Hazleton for a blood test and charged with fleeing police, reckless endangerment, resisting arrest, and DUI. He was locked up for lack of $20,000 bail. It's National Dump the Pump Day, and the Luzerne County Transportation Authority is offering free rides on all fixed-route buses today. WYLN's Julia Wiegand has more.
It's that time of year again, where people are encouraged to ride public transportation instead of driving their vehicles to emphasize the convenient travel option that saves dollars. Luzerne County Transportation Authority is celebrating National Dump the Pump Day by offering free rides on all fixed-route buses today.
I mean, it's $1.75 for a one-way trip. If you buy discounted passes, it's less than that, and you can ride the bus pretty much anywhere. We have pretty good coverage, maybe not as well as some larger cities, but it's still a very viable option, and we try to get folks to realize that it's a lot cheaper if you work in downtown especially, and you have to pay to bring your car in downtown. You got to pay for parking, you got to pay for gas, fuel. Just leave the car at home and then jump on the bus. You're right here in downtown, and you're free to go anywhere you want during the day and jump on the bus to get home, and it saves a lot of headaches.
LCTA is doing everything they can to get folks out there to try the bus if they haven't already. Dump the Pump Day happens to also coincide with Wilkes-Barre's Strawberry Festival in Public Square.
So we partner with the city, the Chamber of Commerce, and tie the two together so we can get folks to come down, and the Strawberry Festival is kind of like the kickoff for the summer of the Public Square events down here. So it all works well together.
The American Public Transportation Association has sponsored the event that made its debut back in 2006, but LCTA likes to put its own twist on the occasion every year. With the collaboration of Public Relations Manager Lori Vandermark and the Wilkes-Barre Chamber of Commerce, it was a contest to win free public transportation for a year.
So essentially what it is a punch card, and if you take a punch card and you go visit the businesses, they will punch your card. You fill it out and drop it off here at the intermodal, and in 2 weeks we're going to do a drawing for a whole bunch of prizes. The first prize that we're doing is a year's worth of free transit on LCTA buses. March, for example, is giving us a trip for two on their buses out to the Mount Airy Casino. We have all the other downtown businesses that are participating, providing anything from gift certificates.
LCTA is always trying to support public transportation in northeastern Pennsylvania between Wilkes-Barre, Scranton, and Hazleton. They've even come up with their own initiative that goes by Connect the Corridor.
We're working with both the other entities to try and streamline transit between the three cities as much as possible. Basically make it a seamless transit system between the three cities to allow the public access to get on buses and be able to go anywhere they want to go in northeast Pennsylvania. So we're continuing to work on those things.
If you've never tried it, dump the pump with the rest of the nation and hop on public transportation for some free fixed route bus rides today. Reporting in Wilkes-Barre for Wyln News, I'm Julia Wiegand.
And coming up on Wyln News, the search is now on in the Crestwood School District. We'll tell you for whom. Plus, Wyln News intern Nicole Ambrish has what you need to know about ticks. But first, let's take a look at our 7-day forecast. Some scattered thunderstorms overnight. Summer arrives tomorrow, 11:54 a.m., and there could be sun this weekend. We'll be right back.
Krugel's Georgetown Deli and Beer is more than just a great place to grab six-packs to go. You can also enjoy great draft beer, including their exclusive Three Onina milk stouts. Take it to go in a crowler, or mix and match bottles of your favorite craft beers. Or just cool down with one of their slushies. Check out the Georgetown Pub Fare menu, including their Flight and Bites with your choice of sauces and 5-ounce draft beers. Stop in and play Keno or other Pennsylvania lottery games. Don't forget to check out their website and Facebook for tasting events. Krugel's Georgetown Deli and Beer in Wilkes-Barre Township, right next to the Big Cow.
All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.
It's Hemi again from All-American Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Tamaqua to let you know we're going topless during the Jeep Celebration event where you get the lowest prices and no sales gimmicks. So head into summer in a new Jeep from All-American Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram where there's no bones about getting dealer invoice pricing every day.
The Crestwood School Board and the acting superintendent of schools could not reach an agreement, so the board is now seeking applications. Joseph Rasmus has been acting superintendent since October 2017 when the board suspended John Gorham as superintendent. That after state auditors in October found background clearances for some school bus drivers had expired. In January, the board approved a separation agreement with Gorham, who had more than 2 years left in a contract that paid him approximately $125,000 annually. Rasmus is able to apply for the job. The board hopes to have a new superintendent named before the start of school. Pennsylvania's Auditor General launching an audit into an operation of the Pennsylvania State Police. Wyln News intern Cameron Gregory has more on that.
Auditor General Eugene DePasquale announced yesterday he will audit the Pennsylvania Instant Check System operated by Pennsylvania State Police. PICS provides quick access to background records to determine if an individual is eligible to buy or transfer a firearm or obtain a license to carry.
The goal of my audit is to make sure the background check system is working as intended and is kept up with changing technology. I want to ensure there are no gaps in the system that could result in a tragic loss of life.
First implemented in 1998, PICS now approves approximately 60% of the individuals looking to purchase a firearm within a matter of minutes, according to state police.
The background check system processed about 1 million applications last year. It's essential that each background check is completed promptly and thoroughly, and my audit will help make sure that is exactly what is happening.
Out of more than 266,000 individual PICS checks during the first quarter of 2019, a total of 3,260 individuals were denied. DePasquale's audit will explore a number of issues, including examining whether state police promptly, accurately, and consistently issued decisions and process challenges to denials in accordance with federal and state laws.
One of the best ways to save lives and prevent injuries is to ensure that only the people who are eligible to own a firearm can get one. My audit of the state police background check system will help make certain that is the case.
To learn more about the Department of the Auditor General, please visit www.paauditor.gov. Reporting for WYLN News, I'm Cameron Gregory.
State lawmakers voting to end a Pennsylvania cash benefits welfare program a year after it was revived following a court decision. The Republican-controlled House voting 106 to 95 Wednesday to eliminate the $54 million in payments bundled in the bill with the subsidy for Philadelphia hospitals. Supporters say the money is a lifeline for the vulnerable, while those trying to eliminate it say the program lacks accountability. Pennsylvania voters will decide whether to enumerate victims' rights in the state constitution, a proposal likely to appear on the November ballot. The state Senate Wednesday unanimously gave the final approval to put the state's version of Marcy's Law on the ballot as a constitutional amendment referendum. The proposed amendment would give victims the rights to be notified about, attend, and weigh in during plea hearings, sentencings, and parole proceedings. The Department of Health reminding everyone to be on the lookout for ticks this summer. WYLN News intern Nicole Ambrish has more.
Are you taking all the precautions necessary to stay healthy when spending time outdoors this summer? Pennsylvanians are being encouraged to take extra precautions to protect themselves against ticks and mosquitoes that carry diseases like Lyme disease and West Nile virus. Secretary of Health Dr. Rachel Levine says that it is essential that Pennsylvania residents know how to protect themselves from these bites.
We do want people to enjoy the great weather in Pennsylvania that we're having in the spring and the summer, and to enjoy all the outdoor activities that are offered in Pennsylvania. But we want people to be careful to protect themselves from getting bitten by ticks. To do that, we want people to wear light-colored clothing so that they might see a tick, the black-legged tick, and brush it away. And if possible, to wear long-legged pants where you can even tuck it into your socks, and that way the tick would have less ability to bite you in terms of your skin. We want people to use insect repellent that contains DEET, D-E-E-T, at least 20% DEET, on themselves and their children and the rest of their family, and that can also protect you from getting bitten by ticks.
PA has the highest number of Lyme disease cases, with approximately 10,000 cases reported last year. If not treated, Lyme disease can lead to severe symptoms that affect the heart, nervous system, and joints. Symptoms may include rash, fever, chills, headaches, fatigue, muscle and joint pains, and swollen lymph nodes. Ticks are found in shrubs, weeds, and anywhere there is grass.
When you come back inside, you need to do a tick check for yourself and your family. Make sure you check the children, and if you see a tick, to remove it. You can dry the clothes in a hot dryer, and that will remove ticks, and even take a shower because the hot water will wash away ticks.
Another disease Pennsylvanians should be aware of is West Nile virus. In 2018, 130 human cases of West Nile virus were reported in Pennsylvania. Mosquitoes that transmit this disease breed in areas with standing water. Those who are affected by this disease may not develop symptoms, but it can lead to serious conditions that affect the brain. To protect yourself from West Nile virus, wear insect repellent containing DEET, especially from April to October. You can also reduce the amount of standing water at your home. If you have symptoms consistent with those from a mosquito or tick bite, contact your health provider right away. Reporting for WYLN News, I'm Nicole Ambrish.
And coming up on Fairview Township's News Choice, what is Speed Camp? We'll find out in Community and You. Plus, celebrating cancer survivors. WILN's Julie Stefanovich takes us there. Stay with us.
Don't make the big box mistake. Shop local and save at Grand Central in Hazleton. Get better prices than the big box store on our huge selection of furniture, mattresses, appliances, and electronics at Grand Central in Hazleton and at the Laurel Mall.
It's okay that everybody ignores me when I drive. It's fine, because I get a safe driving bonus check every 6 months I'm accident-free. Because I don't use my cell phone when I'm driving, even though my family does and leaves me all alone. Here's something else. I don't share it with Mom. Right, Mom? I have a brand new putter you don't even know about. It's awesome.
Safe driving bonus checks only from Allstate. Switching to Allstate is worth it.
Visit your local Allstate agent, the McNeilis Agency in Hazleton at 1092 North Church Street, or in Hometown in the Hometown Village Square.
Tri-County has been keeping your office up to speed since 1969. Everything your office needs: office supplies, personal and custom business forms, business cards, office furniture, new and used office equipment, copy, print, and scan solutions with wide format capabilities. Leasing is also available, free off-street parking, and free local delivery. Tri-County Business Machines, 117 East Broad Street in Hazleton, 570-459-0754. Family owned and operated since 1969.
Don't make the big box mistake. Shop local and save at Grand Central in Hazleton. Get better prices than the big box store on our huge selection of furniture, mattresses, appliances, and electronics at Grand Central in Hazleton and at the Laurel Mall.
Welcome to Community and You here on WYLN, everyone. And today we are talking about a program that will be going on in 2 different locations here in our area, thanks to our friends at the Lehigh Valley Health Network. And it's all about getting you speedy and getting the athletes to have a little bit more of an edge here in the off season as they get ready to head back to all those favorite sports. And Joe's with me, and this program is actually really cool. So first of all, this is a week special, but this Athlete's Edge program happens all year round, correct?
Correct. It goes all year round. In particular, in the summer, kids have time off, so we open it up for a week to get all the kids there to come to the facilities and do a little working out with us.
So this program that we're going to talk about is the Speed Camp part, and it's going to happen in 2 different locations. The first one will be at the Health and Wellness Center in Hazel Township. The second one will be up at the Health Center at Mountaintop. Within a week, so we have July 15th through the 19th, and then July 22nd through the 26th up in Mountaintop. And this is a great camp for any athlete out there who wants to be just a little bit faster, work a little bit harder, so they're ready to go back into the game.
Some coaches like to call it like the competitive edge. Just get stronger, get faster, come in ready for their season, whether their season starts in August, September, October. You know, obviously working out consists, you have to consistently work out, but we try to train the athlete so that they know what they're getting into, what they should be doing on their off season. Some coaches unfortunately don't have the time to go through it all with them, so we try to break it down. In the same time, we'll also have a dietitian come in, so we'll talk about sports nutrition as well. Physical therapists will talk about proper stretching. So, you know, during that time frame, we try to do as much as we can within a week. Like you said, it is a year-long process, so they could keep staying with us. They could join us for the Athlete's Edge program. That's totally up to the parents and the student athletes, but for this 1 week, we try to cover it all.
Joe, how important is it for athletes, especially athletes who are always moving, football, basketball, baseball, anything like that, to continue the workout, not just to stop, so they do it all year long?
Well, for myself, I played, multiple different sports, and sometimes you don't get that opportunity to train for that sport. So you do the different conditionings, you do the different styles of training to help you out for that sport in particular. But it goes inside with the other sport, believe it or not. Some are a little bit different. Some, we're not going to really hit the weights up as much. It's more body weight, plyometric training. Speed and conditioning training, so just to get faster, body weight stronger, and so on and so forth. A lot of core exercises too, believe it.
And this speed camp that will be happening July 15th through the 19th, and then the 22nd through the 26th, 2 different locations. What athletes would best benefit from this? Is it open to all of them, or?
Yeah, we open up to all of them. In the past, we even had some cheerleaders come in as well, because it's competitive across the board. You know, whether it be cheerleading, football, basketball, field hockey, soccer, you name it. We try to get the kids stronger, faster for those sports.
Okay, so this is a great opportunity for you to take advantage, to learn. For more information, it's all been up on your screen. The phone numbers to call. Again, this is at the Health and Wellness Center at 50 Moisey Drive here in Hazel Township, and at the Health Center at Mountaintop up on Mountain Boulevard in Mountaintop. Will be in Hazelton the 15th through the 19th of July, Mountaintop the 22nd through the 26th of July, and they run from 10 to 11:30 in the morning. And also, Joe, I want you to talk just quickly about the Athletes Edge program. That goes all year. So if they really like the speed camp, this is a great opportunity for them to go into this other program.
Yeah, the Athletes Edge program, we're more inside for that one, so we do focus on the weight training. So it's like continuation. We like them to stay with us as they continue with their sport. I've seen a couple different athletes go from elementary, middle, all the way to college. So it's great to have them, you know, all year round for the next 4 or 5
and
years.
I'm sure it makes a world of difference having almost that same person to keep training with you. They know.
Yep, correct, absolutely. It's always good having that buddy, that extra person in their ear talking and helping them out throughout their sport.
All right, well, Joel, thanks so much for coming
You're
on
welcome.
and talking.
Thank you for having us.
And again, you may take advantage of this program. All the information has been up on your screen. It's the Speed Camp of the Athletes Edge program, thanks to our friends at Lehigh Valley Health Network. Thanks for joining us here on Community and You. We'll see you next time here on WYL.
It's Hemi again from All-American Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Tamaqua to let you know we're going topless during the Jeep Celebration event where you get the lowest prices and no sales gimmicks. So head into summer in a new Jeep from All-American Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram where there's no bones about getting dealer invoice pricing every day.
Krugel's Georgetown Deli has been voted Northeastern Pennsylvania's best craft beer selection several years running. Krugel's is your craft beer headquarters, and gift baskets are available for all occasions. Krugel's is home of the Crowler. Fill your Crowler up in their tap system and keep your favorite beer fresh longer. Krugel's Georgetown Deli, Wilkes-Barre Township, right next to the Big Cow. Stop in and play Keno or other Pennsylvania lottery games. Check them out on the web at georgetown.deli.com.
This week on The Storm, we continue our discussion about the Constitution of the United States. My guest, Mary Boyd, who is also known as Miss Constitution, returns as we tackle many topics, including whether this nation is facing a constitutional crisis. We discuss the law of the land this week on The Storm, only on WYLN TV 35.
Geisinger today appointing its interim president and CEO, Dr. Jae-Won Ryu, to the full position. Ryu has been in Geisinger's top position on an interim basis since November when the company's previous president, Dr. David Feinberg, left for a leadership role in Google. Previously, Ryu has been Geisinger's executive vice president and chief medical officer since 2016. An annual picnic was held yesterday afternoon in Hazelton to honor cancer survivors. Our Julie Stefanovich stopped by for the festivities and has more on the story.
On Wednesday night, the rain stopped, the clouds lifted, and the light shined down on the 5th annual Cancer Survivors Picnic at the Cancer Treatment Center of Hazelton.
And we have lots of things going on here. We're proud to celebrate survivors. The cancer journey is a tough one, but this is one time when everyone can let loose and just enjoy. It's probably the best thing that I will see this week or maybe this month. My favorite part of the evening is when they're leaving. I stand by the exit and I thank everyone for coming. And the smiles that I see, I just carry those with me for a long time.
There was plenty of food and festivities to go around, but it was all about the camaraderie between the cancer patients, survivors, their families, and care teams.
All the patients are very appreciative, so they're going through a difficult time, but they're especially appreciative of all of the help that they get. And I think the American Cancer Society and the care teams at each location that they receive services really do a nice job and help them along that path.
Cancer affects people from young to old and touches everyone on a personal level. As for myself, my mom was diagnosed with breast cancer last year, and I am proud to say that she is a survivor.
I went through 12 rounds of chemo. Right now I'm on hormone infusions and I had radiation up here. And thank God everything's good. I just had my mammogram and ultrasound and everything, everything came out really well. And the people are just so nice. They treat you, you come up here, they're so nice out at the Wellness Center, the Cancer Center. You couldn't ask for better people.
She, too, was amazed about being surrounded by so many other survivors.
I'll tell you, I was really surprised to see how many people are here that are survivors, which is a good thing. And I just hope to God everybody, stays well and they do find a cure for this.
The American Cancer Society works year-round to provide services and programs to cancer patients.
Probably our most popular item, I believe, is Road to Recovery. It's so important. People don't always understand that someone with cancer, they may not even know how to drive, period. Or maybe they're too sick to drive, or maybe they're a person who drives for them that just can't do it. And literally, if you're a driver, you could be saving their life. I mean, it's just an awesome program. It's my favorite program. I just think it's wonderful.
In Hazleton, for WYLN News, I'm Julie Stefanovich.
Congratulations to all the survivors, and nice to see Julie's mom. That's the news. Remember, you can get news updates on our WYLN News Facebook page. Stay with us. A look at today's weather is next here on WYLN TV.
All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All